longer just an investigation. This is a full-scale war, and someone is about to pay the ultimate price. I'm telling you right now, this week changes everything. The plasma storyline is about to explode in the most brutal, chaotic, and emotionally devastating way possible. Every secret is collapsing. Every alliance is being tested. And somewhere inside that warehouse, someone may not make it out alive. I can already feel the panic building. Grayson is on his final mission. Jacob is preparing to reveal his true identity. Leah is cornered like a trapped animal. Naomi and Ashley are terrified in that hospital because deep down, they already know what this means. The investigation ending doesn't mean safety. No, it means the danger is finally arriving at their front door. And honestly, I don't think any of them are ready for what's coming. This week feels like the calm before a nuclear explosion. Grayson versus death. That's exactly what this has become. Before heading into the mission, Grayson went to Ashley and handed her a file. A file, not flowers, not promises. Documents, instructions, warnings. That alone sent chills down my spine because it sounded like a goodbye without actually saying goodbye. And then Jacob leaves Naomi with that haunting message, "We'll be home soon." Soon? That word suddenly feels terrifying. Because in shows like this, whenever someone says they're coming home, disaster follows. Every single time. I swear the writers are setting us up for emotional destruction. Naomi and Ashley look completely panicked at the hospital because they understand the reality of this operation better than anyone else. They know Grayson and Jacob are walking directly into hell. And what scares me most is that they both seem emotionally prepared for the worst. That is not a good sign. Jacob versus Leah. Oh, this is the confrontation I've been waiting for. Because the moment Leah sees Jacob standing inside that warehouse, everything changes. Imagine the shock on her face. Imagine realizing the man she underestimated was actually right in front of her the entire time. The betrayal, the rage, the horror. Leah is about to realize the game is over. And according to the theories flying around right now, the second Leah discovers Jacob's true identity, boom, an explosion erupts. Are you kidding me? That is absolute chaos. I can already picture the scene in my head. Smoke, sirens, screaming. Armed teams surrounding the warehouse. Panic spreading everywhere while plasma finally collapses from the inside. This isn't just a takedown anymore. This is an ambush, a trap, a battlefield. And Jacob planned all of it. Before revealing himself, Jacob reportedly contacted Elon and organized the entire defense structure. Every route, every guard position, every possible escape path, all mapped out through the schematics he sent over. Meaning what? Nobody inside that warehouse is escaping? Nobody. That detail right there tells me Jacob knew this mission could turn deadly. He expected violence. He expected betrayal. He expected war. And honestly, that makes him even more dangerous than Leah ever imagined. But here's where things become horrifying. Who dies? Because we know a death is coming. And I cannot stop thinking about Grayson. Grayson versus the final bullet. A lot of people believe Grayson will be shot during the mission, and I'm not going to lie, the clues are terrifying. He's acting like a man preparing for sacrifice. The emotional goodbyes, the serious tone, the urgency. It all feels ominous. But then another theory hit me like a truck. What if Jacob is the one who gets shot instead? Think about it. He's the one directly exposing himself in front of Leah. He's the face of the operation. He's the target standing in the open while Ren manages the delivery team from behind the scenes. Jacob is in the line of fire. And if Leah realizes she's trapped, she could absolutely snap. This woman is desperate, cornered, exposed. dangerous. That combination creates monsters. Now, thankfully, Jacob may have anticipated all of this. There's speculation he could be wearing a bulletproof vest. And honestly, if he isn't, then what are we even doing here? Because this mission screams disaster from every angle possible. Still, bulletproof vests don't stop explosions. They don't stop chaos. They don't stop trauma. And if someone dies during this plasma collapse, the emotional fallout will destroy everyone connected to the storyline. Everything is about to change. But somehow, plasma isn't even the only disaster happening this week. Samantha versus humiliation. I felt so bad for Samantha. Anastasia and her granddaughter attacked her confidence so viciously that Samantha nearly skipped the prom entirely. That's how brutal the emotional pressure became. They wanted to break her spirit before she even walked into that room. And honestly, it was cruel. But this is where Tyrell and Eva stepped up in a huge way. They pushed Samantha forward when she was ready to give up. They reminded her who she is. That moment mattered because in the middle of all this chaos, Samantha desperately needed people in her corner. But of course, the drama couldn't stop there. Right before the event, Donnell still hadn't shown up. My heart dropped. Samantha panics. Nicole gets involved. Vanessa reveals she can't contact either Donnell or Deanna. Suddenly, another mystery begins spiraling out of control at the exact same time the warehouse situation explodes. Coincidence? I don't think so. This show is stacking tension on top of tension until it becomes unbearable. And I need answers immediately. Bill versus Haley. Oh, this is going to get ugly. Because Bill is finally starting to question Haley's past. Finally. It feels like we've been waiting forever for somebody to stop blindly accepting her manipulations and actually start digging into the lies. And I think Tomas may have delivered information that changes everything. What if Bill uncovers proof connecting Haley and Randy to the scam? What if the entire illusion collapses in front of them? Because now Kat is involved too. Bill finally allowed her into the investigation, and together they're putting pieces together that Haley absolutely does not want exposed. I can already imagine Haley's fear growing with every conversation they have. This isn't just questioning anymore. This is interrogation. This is psychological warfare. And if Haley's secrets come out while plasma is collapsing, the timing would be catastrophic. Multiple scandals detonating at once. Families shattered, trust destroyed, reputations burned to the ground. This week is pure chaos. Tyrell versus the rules. Now let's talk about Tyrell and Jessica because this situation feels dangerous in a completely different way. Tyrell has been grounded, forbidden from seeing Jessica, but now the prom becomes their opportunity to reunite. And come on, do we really believe these two are going to behave? Absolutely not. That's what makes this so tense. Forbidden relationships in the middle of emotional chaos always lead to impulsive decisions. And impulsive decisions create consequences. I'm telling you right now, these two are walking directly toward trouble. The question is, how far will they go? And what happens if they get caught? Vanessa versus Joey. Now, this storyline has me extremely suspicious because while the warehouse chaos spreads across town, Vanessa confronts Joey. And the timing cannot be accidental, especially after Yvonne made that mysterious request to Joey earlier. Something feels off. Joey is hiding something. I can feel it. The writers are placing him right near the center of the plasma disaster without fully revealing his role yet, and that makes me nervous. Is he helping? Betraying? Covering something up? Or worse, did Joey know this explosion was coming? Because if Joey has been secretly involved behind the scenes, this could become one of the biggest betrayals of the entire storyline. And I'm not ready for that level of madness. Nicole versus panic. Meanwhile, Nicole is dealing with an emergency of her own. She's desperately trying to contact a colleague who's reportedly panicking. But who is it? My mind immediately went to Derek. Because Derek is already trapped in Leah's manipulation. We literally see him blocking Grayson during the mission. That alone creates massive danger because Derek may unknowingly interfere with the operation at the worst possible moment. So what if Nicole's panicked colleague IS Derek? What if he suddenly realizes he's been dragged into a violent warehouse war connected to plasma? Imagine the fear, the confusion, the guilt. One wrong move from Derek could destroy everything. And that's exactly why this entire week feels so explosive. Every character is connected like a chain reaction. One secret leads to another. One confrontation triggers another disaster. One mistake could end someone's life. This isn't just drama anymore. This is survival. And the scariest part, I don't think the real twist has even happened yet. Because that rumored McBride family reunion keeps haunting me. Why no? Why bring everyone together at the exact moment a death is rumored? That cannot be random. What if Doug returns? What if Doug never died? I'm serious. Imagine the absolute insanity if Doug suddenly walks back into everyone's lives connected to plasma somehow. What if HE is the hidden figure inside the organization? What if the reunion becomes less about celebration and more about revelation? That twist would destroy this entire story in the best possible way. And honestly, it would explain so much. Right now, the theories are everywhere. Everyone is guessing. Everyone is panicking. But one thing feels undeniable. The plasma empire is collapsing. Leah is losing control. Jacob is stepping into war. Grayson may be facing death. And when that warehouse explodes, nobody's lives will ever be the same again. I am not emotionally prepared for this week. Not even close. So tell me right now, who do you think dies? Is Grayson sacrificing himself? Does Jacob survive the explosion? Is Joey secretly involved? And is Doug about to shock everyone with a terrifying return? Because I swear this storyline is about to become absolutely savage. Don't miss what happens next, because the war has only just begun.